Hi, sorry about that, and welcome back to Normski TV and the What's Going On podcast. Good to be back again another week discussing football, discussing the internationals. Boy, I'm so glad it's over now. If you're new, please hit the like, subscribe, and share. If you're new, say on the road to 300. I'm just adjusting something on my phone here, so give me 2 seconds. I need to be more prepared when it comes to these things. Let me just do something quickly here. Where we are. Oh, that's it. Right. Let's get back. Okay. So yeah, sorry about that, guys. It's good to be back. I've got three people already in, and that's Mr. Sentiments. Big up to you, Mr. Sentiments. Glad to have you back in the house, discussing all things football, as you know. The big North London derby is upon us. The Man United, Man City derby. Is it Northwest derby? I think it is that. So 2 big derbies happening this weekend. And we're going to be quite light in terms of numbers tonight. Ez can't make it. He might come in the chat. He said if he's triggered, he might come in the back room, but we'll see what happens there. Also, I'm hoping that Chile will be on with us. I'm not too sure if he's still working or what. So hopefully he'll be joining us later on, should I say. I'll get my words out of my mouth. Because obviously we want to discuss the North London derby. 2 big derbies happening this weekend. Who's going to come out smelling the roses? Just to let you know what's on the menu tonight. The writing is on the wall, but will Southgate, or should I say Southgate, refuses to read it. And also, again, it's all about Southgate. Southgate defends the unthinkable. 2 massive derbies. Who will come out smelling of roses? As you well know, so we're going to be talking about that. And how will the table look after 9 games in the nightmare month? And I'm talking about October. Most teams have got 9 games, and we're going to quickly look at that and see who's going to come out and whether we're going to whether the table is going to look a lot different after the month of October. A lot of games to be played in October. Obviously, we know the World Cup is coming up in November, so hence why all these games have been squeezed in. And obviously, you've got games that have been postponed from last time because of the funeral and stuff like that. So it's a compact, should I say, season. And it's going to be tough. You know, players going away to the World Cup, coming back. Hopefully they can come back fit and ready to go again back in December. I think first game is the Boxing Day fixtures. So that's going to be something to look forward to. But listen, we've got 4 people already in the house. Hopefully there'll be more people joining us. And also we're going to be doing our, obviously, what's going on prediction league table. We'll be predicting game 7 this weekend. I know it's game 8, but we missed out one of the games at the start of the season, fixtures of the season. So we're just going to be looking at game 7, and we'll be getting our predictions from our panel. Obviously, for those people the panels that are not on, I'll ask them to post it in the chat later on. But for those people that are on, or should I say, is on with me tonight, they will be able to give their prediction. You can put it in the chat as well. What do you think the scores will be this weekend? So, without further ado, I'm going to bring in Mr. Big D, ever present. How you doing, brother? In his Juve shirt, busting his Juve shirt. Yeah, man. Well, you had enough of Man U, have you?
Nah. I have to give him some love, though. To be honest with you, it's funny as well because they're on kind of similar form. You know, they've played 7 and lost 3, sitting 7th in the league, and we're just a little bit better than they're just a little bit better than them. But that's football, man. That's football.
It is, mate. It's football, mate. And I'm so glad the proper football is coming back this weekend. And as you say, we will be talking about the England game. If you call it football, but we will be talking about Southgate and his merry men, and especially those that he's loyal to. And as you can see, let me just get the old clicker thing going across the ball so you can see what we are talking about this evening. As you can see, going along the bottom, Will Southgate's loyalty, us big derby weekend ahead of us, and 9 games in October. Oh boy! And score predictions. So please smash the like button, subscribe if you share. You can see the Insta and Twitter handles down at the bottom. Please follow us on those. But let me first of all ask you how you are doing, Mr. D. How is life treating you?
Yeah, life is good, we have been.
Yes, Mr. Craig. Sorry about that. Let me just bring up Mr. Craig.
Yes, Craig.
Let me just bring in Mr. Chili. He's in the house. He's just turned off his camera, but he's in the house. Cool. We have 3/4 of the team here tonight. As I said, Ez can't make it tonight because he has some important things to do. But he said if he's triggered, he may come in the back room. So let's see what happens. If we can trigger him, I know Chili's very good at triggering people. So we'll see what happens. But listen, welcome guys to the What's Going On podcast. Please smash the like button, subscribe and share if you're new. As I say, on the road to 300, and then we'll see where we go from there. So let's get back to what you're saying, D. I
had a nice weekend. I was very close to you. We nearly dropped in though.
Okay.
I had to go and check on my goddaughter who got sick. It's supposed to be their birthday weekend.
That's right. You're talking about it.
But the school kids gave her the horrible vid,
the dreaded thing,
and mash her up.
Let us not talk about it.
I know.
We're talking about it.
Yeah, mash her up, man. So went and checked on her mum, then went over. She's living Hither Greenway.
Okay.
That's fine. I haven't been around there for ages. It kind of, had to something of it.
Did you go check up on your own joint? Your joint? Did you go check up on that?
It's funny because Sheena was saying like we went on the Bromley Road and tried something, and I'm going to be shameless. A place called Jerk Pit. I don't know if you tried it on the Bromley Road.
I've seen it. I saw it on the Bromley Road. I was funny enough.
Yeah, I tried it.
Yeah, I was driving past it the other day, and I said to my missus, I've never seen that. She said, it's been there a while still.
There's literally 3 Caribbean
takeaways,
all in that block.
Yeah. I know what you're talking.
So we got food from both to take back to the Midlands with us, you know what I mean? So So,
cool.
So
cool.
I think that's the blessing about London, where things just open later, you know.
Right. Can you recommend it then? Do you recommend it? The Jerk Pit?
Yeah. The Jerk Pit was good.
So everybody in the chat, if you're ever on southeast side, man, check out the Jerk Pit.
It's literally on the Bromley Road, across the road from down the road from the coach. You know the bus station.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking.
Oh yeah, Norman knows you live there, man.
I know exactly what you're talking.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Get some free
that was our little treat.
Yeah,
and Shane Buckman just popped in and said hi. We just ran out of time in the end. You know what I mean?
The day went pretty
quickly, but
listen, man. We've still got the a couple of months in the year. You never know. We'll probably buck up. We'll probably buck up. I think is it November? We've got a big 50th to go to.
Yes. Looking forward to that.
Looking forward to that.
Book your room, my bro.
I need to listen, bro. Listen, I need to do that, man.
I've done it.
Yeah. Is it how many rooms left? By the way, is it running out? I heard it's running out.
It's not showing, but he said they're running out quick.
You get your discount.
And you have to remember.
You get your discount.
I got my discount. Yeah, it's huge, Norman. The discount is huge. Yeah, I mean, when I say huge, book it before you get ripped off.
Yeah, all right then.
Honestly,
I've got to say those. I've got to say those 2 names. Yeah. Is that what I've got to say? Those 2 names?
Yeah. 2 names and you're good. Yeah, you're straight.
That's
and they'll offer you.
What are the 2 names and where's the hotel?
Don't worry about it, brother.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, straight away from the big tour. They'll offer you. An amazing discount. I went into my app and I saw the price on my app and I went, "What?"
Did you have to make a phone call?
And then I made a phone call. See what? H. And then he said it. See what the rate was.
Cool.
And
cool.
I told H we got hooked up nice. So get you and Jesse hooked up.
I need. What you doing? You do one night or 2?
Yeah, no, just the one night.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, well, listen, enough chat about what we're doing.
I know.
Chili, let's Chili.
Oh, you remember that I'm here because I haven't got my camera on. You forget to say I'm here.
Well, turn your camera on so we can see your lovely face.
Man,
I can't turn it on just yet.
I know you can't. You're what you doing there, eh?
Don't worry about what I'm doing.
You're slapping up the dog again, eh?
You know I don't do them things there. My name's not Zoom,
You know what's crack.
Big up man like Craig.
Yeah. Big up.
Craig. Nice one, bro.
Big up. Yeah, always there, man. Supporting us. Big up to both, and Sentiments. Always on our show. Really, really give thanks for that still. So, Chili, so what are you saying, brother?
Yeah, good, man. To be honest, I was a bit peeved because there was no football.
Listen, man.
It's been all right though. I haven't really missed it this week or last week.
Mate, I'll miss it, man. I was scratching my head for content, man. I was like, what I talk about?
Oh, yeah.
You know, but
from that
Gareth Southgate gave us enough of that to talk about. So we will be talking about Gareth Southgate tonight.
Are we going to be talking about D's captain?
Not my captain,
we certainly will be talking about D's captain,
the gift, you know.
Did try to come with the second team shirt today? No,
man.
Okay, big up, Philip. How you doing, man? I haven't seen you for a little while still. I think that's
Phil.
your friend.
That's my boy, Phil. Yeah.
What's your views on the statement from? Rupa. Listen, I don't want to get too political, and if you're talking about what she said about Kwasi, you know that one. I think that's what you're talking about. D just calm. Everybody calm down. It's not a political show, but let's put it this way, man. Listen, you need to keep your mouth shut, because sometimes don't think what you're saying, because you know what I mean. It gets your mouth into a lot of trouble. And obviously, when that you're living in a PC world, mate. When something is said, they're gonna come for you. The hounds are gonna come for you. You know what I mean? But D, if you just want to. Maybe just
you
say your thoughts quickly on that.
Just quickly on that. In terms of, if he had the privilege to get a better education, and he got one, and that has allowed him
to progress.
To progress in other ways. It's like people that go to university. If you don't go to a certain university,
don't hate on the man. Don't hate on the man.
People are gonna come at you. You know, I remember when Sheena, she went out to East Anglia, University of East Anglia. And bare people was like, we don't know what we're out there for. But that's where she wanted to go study what she wanted to go and study. Yeah. And so, and so then people will say, well, you've handed in your black card because you never went and studied in Birmingham or studied in South London or something where there's more black people. It's a little bit, you know what, let's not do this right now.
You go there to educate yourself. Does it matter who's around you?
Exactly. That's the truth, really. So, man, I was embarrassed actually. I was quite embarrassed. I thought, are we still doing this? Are we still doing this?
Yeah.
You know,
listen, I mean, at the end of the day,
she's a stupid dragon. I know you don't like swearing.
Ridiculous.
So don't swear now.
Yeah.
And she's in denial.
I'd have to put you in a naughty
denial of who she is and what she is.
Yeah,
that's what she needs to look at. Worry about
it. Yeah.
And trust me, I've got no love for that idiot. He's an idiot, the
guy. Well, I tell you, the way things are going right now, you know what I mean, with the economy and everything. But listen, we've got football to cheer us up. At least I think we have
to go to football. You know how much the pound's
worth. I know that, but listen, you got Gareth, you got the national side to cheer us up, or not. So we want to move swiftly into that. So, Chili, have you finished saying how you're feeling, how you're doing?
I'm feeling good.
Good. But listen, let's just tackle it. And you're just getting some compliments there from Philip. Well said, Chili, about him. Harry Maguire, Aka the fridge needs to be chucked into the skip. bro. Yeah, we're talking about these captain, and let's go right into it. So listen, I want to probably talk about the two first topics which you guys have seen. I'll send it out to you. Writing is on the wall, but Southgate refuses to read it, and Southgate defends the unthinkable. But first of all, let's just look at quickly the game. Well, actually, it was two games. We England go away. They got relegated. The nation of nation of leagues, whatever UEFA Nation League, whatever it is. Some super friendly games, which is for me just unnecessary. Yeah, go on. Sorry, mate.
You know, you said such a key word there, relegated, right? This brother got relegated as a player, got relegated as a club manager, and now gets his backside relegated as a national manager. I mean, you can't make it up, can you?
You cannot make it up,
this
bro. You cannot make it up.
East Westgate needs to go. And I'm not even supporting England, but I'd still like to have a better manager for the World Cup, because it's not too late to fire him, you know?
No, listen,
if you fire him now, there's time.
Well, listen, I mean, you've only got to look at the lineup. He started with a back three. He likes to play because obviously Maguire, that suits Maguire. He plays better in a back three. What was Southgate thinking playing Saka as a left wing back? I have no idea. Craig. He absolutely baffles me, and he didn't have a great game. Saka didn't have a great game. But if you notice, when he came on in the Germany game, where England were down 2-0 down.
Who was
and
it?
we are going to talk about that. So again, mate.
Was it him and Mountain that came on against Germany?
Yeah, and pretty much changed the game.
Yeah,
pretty much changed the game. Pretty much changed. But you looked at that game. That they got relegated. As you said, in the game against Italy, losing that game 1-0. And for me, Southgate is just too pragmatic, and he just plays the same old. You know what I mean? He doesn't. I think I don't think we are a possession team. I think we are a team that counterattacks. And it's not nice. The football's not nice. And the players that he's got playing, I mean, as you said, Saka playing at left wing back. For crying out loud, why are you playing him there? The guy's hardly played there. Do you know what I mean? I don't know what your thoughts are, guy.
If he had anything about him, right, he would have played Tony and Kane up front, right?
Yeah.
So
sorry. Can I just cut it there? What was the point? Was this some what they call it? You know, when you pick somebody and you don't use them, was this some project or some process or whatever? Because he's selected Tony, and the guy didn't even make the squad.
It's like you just wound him up. He could have spent good time with his family. You know, the ones. Because this is my thing, right? What has he got to lose giving Tony some minutes? You know the ones, and I hate when managers do that. It is such a, I don't know, it's such a retarded way to treat a player in an international break. Because if you gamble and just to see if him and Kane got any chemistry, then suddenly you've got an option.
Yeah.
But Southgate don't think like that.
He's just too safe. He just plays it too safe. Do you know what I mean? And you look at that result, obviously losing that game 1-0, getting himself relegated. Then we go to the game on when is it? Was it Monday? First half both teams didn't play well. Second half, Germany, kind of turned up the notch. 2 mistakes by Mr. Harry Maguire, a penalty. The guy, as you said, he plays on his. What's it? He doesn't play. He plays on his heels, doesn't he?
On his heels, yeah. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, literally on his heels. Because if you play on your toes, you can move quicker. You can turn quicker on your toes. But when you're flat-footed, say what Phil said. That's why Vardy stepped away. Yeah. Because you're taking the P. You have these people go to training camp. You have them give up most of their summer. Those when it was summer World Cups or summer European things, and then no minutes. What's the point of that?
Yeah.
And I get it that you're going there to win the tournament, but at the same breath, when they're not scoring goals, really, you got to look at a goal scorer and say, but then he set them up so negative as well, so defensive that it's just
safe, isn't it?
He's safe, and as you said, soon as Mount came on and Saka came on, Saka played in his right position, and what happens? He sets up 2 of the goals, or had some
goals.
He had some, involvement in 2 of those goals. One obviously played the ball to Bellingham. Obviously got tackled in the box, and obviously the guy should have probably got sent off because literally it was after the play went on, and I thought, they're just going to leave it. And then all of a sudden they came back to it, and the guy came through on Bellingham, and the referee pointed to the spot, and that was England's kind of comeback thing. But Harry Maguire for the second goal again. He goes marauding down, loses the ball, and next thing you know, it's in the back of the net.
And did you hear what Southgate said? He said you can't blame Maguire because he lost the ball in their half.
Listen. Let me.
But Chile, if the team is pushing up and you lose the ball like that, I mean, oh my gosh! And the thing is, right?
Yeah.
When you watch the press conference, right, and you try to justify his picks, the lack of vision, and he actually believes his own BS. It's mad. It's like, bro, you actually believe what you're telling us right now in these press conferences, and I'm not here for it, man. I'm just like this guy. Luke Shaw. I mean, what's Luke Shaw doing on that pitch? I mean, it's like, okay, Luke. And someone said to me, he's trying to provoke Ten Hag into picking them to say, look, I pick him for the country. Yeah. What are you doing? Now, you know what? With the derby coming up, I don't want to see any two in the starting lineup unless Malacia and one of the others are injured. Because if he plays them, I'll take my hair out. I will. And apparently Harry left limping. He left the stadium limping. I'm like,
well,
wow.
yeah. I mean, Harry Kane and Southgate came out again defending him, and this is what I'm talking about. This defense of Harry Maguire. You know, he basically said, let me just get rid of these ads. He basically said, I mean, I want to just kind of go to the title. Gareth Southgate defiant on his selection of defenders despite more Harry Maguire woes for England. And as you can see there, reading there, Gareth Southgate defends selection of players not playing for their clubs following the England's free. Now, Gareth Southgate came out and said that he would only pick players on merit, players
And
that are
form.
going to be involved, and on form.
Yeah.
How on earth is he picking Maguire? And I'm not having a dig at your Man United players now, because if there's any other player,
No, that's fine.
No, do you know what I'm saying?
No problem there.
So there you have it. He defends a selection of players not playing for their clubs following England's 3-3 draw with Germany. What are we meant? Listen to this. What are we meant to do? Not pick Luke Shaw because he's not playing much for his club?
Yes,
exactly.
So what he's saying is that England have no good left backs that are currently playing week in, week out, at least 80 minutes a week for their clubs in the Premier League or abroad. Whoever plays abroad, I don't know if any plays.
I mean, Tomori, he's a defender,
right.
He's played brilliant for is it Inter Milan,
Yeah, but you see, he's not in the Premier
League.
On the
bench. He's on the bench. He's Mr. Safe. He's Mr. Safe. Don't want to take no risk, and that's what I'm saying. In the thing going across, is Maguire, not Maguire, is Southgate too loyal? Will this arm us going into the World Cup? Because I don't see anything from this side to make me think, wow, we're going to do anything. Gary Neville came out and said, listen, let's not worry about that because you don't want England to be peaking now. They will start peaking when they get into the competition.
Who said that? G-Nev?
Gary Neville.
Gary.
Gary Neville said that, yeah?
I mean, the thing is, in recent times, England have been very decent in the tournament. So there may be some truth in that. But what you don't want is a disgruntled squad watching players that don't play week in, week out start over them. Otherwise, what's the point? Go and spend time with the missing the kids and go somewhere nice because they can all afford to go nice places in the sun. So if they're giving up whatever they're giving up to go to the World Cup, you just can't be starting players that are not playing over players that are busting a gut just to get picked for England. It doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah.
And you have to remember, this is what eventually got Ollie fired. The favourites got him fired in the end.
That's what I was going to say. It's all right him doing that, but that's going to lead him losing his job. I already see people saying that they should give Redknapp a call. And I wouldn't be against that, to be honest.
Yeah.
I mean,
give him the World Cup, give Redknapp the World Cup, and see what he does. Because he can't be any worse than Southgate.
No,
but he'll get the boys playing attacking football, and
I think the country deserves that. You know what I mean? If you're going to get behind this national team, then you can't be this border of football.
I mean, again, the statement of people that say what you said, D. Oh, I don't watch England anymore. I don't watch them.
Yeah, that's just
exactly. Both matches, I didn't even know they were on. Someone told me, like, during the second match, the German one, I tuned in at 76.
Yeah, minutes. I sent something on our group WhatsApp, and I think you went, oh, really?
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Yeah. You checked it out. I mean, because asked about sticking with his trusted players, Southgate said that's always going to be a challenge, especially regarding how much football they've had. I mean, mate, you're contradicting yourself, brother.
Yeah, well, that's
I know. Apparently, they were saying that Maguire lost the ball because he's off the pace because he hasn't been playing. Well, then you can't take him to the World Cup unless between now and then he plays every game. Now, what, 5 or 6 games?
Yeah.
If he doesn't play all of them, at least 4 or 5 of them, then he shouldn't go.
I mean, I'm just looking at his quotes. Luke was another example of someone who's an outstanding football. So what can we do? Not pick Luke Shaw because he's not playing enough football, or do we pick a player who can do what you saw tonight? But hold on, that's just a one-off. Yeah, this is a one-off.
You know what? You know, he has to define outstanding. What is outstanding in your mind, Gareth? Tell me what you think is an outstanding player going to a World Cup. because I think he's mad confused, man. I do. It's some. No, I don't know. I mean,
again,
he may prove me wrong, Norm, but I just feel like he's delusional because this is practically a team that got to the Euros and then kind of bottled it, and then all the abuse started and all the rest of it. So you've got to freshen it up, man. He's had time to freshen that squad up.
I mean, this guy is backing his players like nobody's business. I mean, look, that's always going to raise a debate. But I think in these moments, we've got to back our best and our most experienced players, unless we're in a situation where it's almost untenable and impossible to pick them. What more do you need?
So
what more do you need? What is this guy talking about? Come, somebody talk to me.
He's just saying deep down, it's about my favourites, and they will get me to the promised land. But
I doubt they will, though.
Because
and the thing is, he's going to mess this World Cup up, and then we've got to wait another 4 years to have another crack at it.
Yeah. Because if you look at this squad, right?
Yeah.
If he's not dealing with the favourites, is this squad as good as the Gerrard, Lampard, Rooney squad? Or
they're more successful. They've got further in competitions than
because they've got to final, haven't they? They've got
but true say they still haven't won anything.
No, they haven't. But nor did Gerrard.
That's right. Yeah, so there's been a lot of comparisons, and within the media.
I think when you look at the football,
I think that this team is better than that team, because that team, it obviously it was young at one time, just like this one is. Yeah, but they just beat the hell out of them, and for years that team should have been changed. Yeah, and they didn't. It was the same. You could
always put in faith in them. Always put in faith in them.
Out. Yeah.
And I think in that team they used to play Paul Scholes out of position as well on the left wing and stuff like that. Just to fit
Lampard and Gerrard in.
Yeah.
That was always the case. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, I mean, England shipping 3 goals at home is hardly the perfect preparation for a World Cup. That is now less than 2 months away. However, Southgate is not entertaining the idea of making any drastic changes to his defensive structure ahead of the tournament. I don't think the system was responsible for any of the goals he had in. I think that's clear. So we are a bit naive on the counter for the second, and the first and the third are individual errors. Yes, Harry Maguire, they were. So in the end, what pleased me was the threat we looked playing in that system. Mate, seriously, bro, he needs to sort it out and sort it out quick. Yeah, he has to have enough goalness to make, changes and drop players. You can't keep going with trusted players. You've got to drop the players.
Well, here's a question: do you think that he sits down with his captain and discusses team selection, or it's just?
Is it Maguire the captain? Oh no, Kane.
Harry Kane. Yeah.
Harry Kane is the captain.
Yeah. But I wonder. Because people say that most of the good managers do have a lot of dialogue with their captains and kind of see where his head's at in terms of what he's seeing in training as well. And the talk, because sometimes you can talk to players and feel their confidence or feel their lack of confidence, where the way they talk of the players is obviously not the way they're going to talk around the coach and the gaffer. So it'd be just interesting whether Harry sits in on these selection meetings before internationals and they ask him for his feedback. Not in a snitching way, just in a way like, away from us guys, how are the guys, who do you feel is more up for it? Things like that. The captain will see that, or a good captain will see that. And I think Kane is a good captain for England in the sense of, I think he's liked by the players around him. You know what I mean? The body language looks good. So it's something that maybe he should consider as well, rather than always just sticking with, well, I feel. But they've had years to prove themselves and they haven't.
Question here from Craig. What manager would you have to replace Southgate?
I'll go with Redknapp.
Yeah, I know you. Yeah, you said that early on.
Yeah, I think that is a good shout.
Well, Harry Redknapp, he's been out of it for a little while still, though.
Yeah, but is he out of it though, Norm? Is he out of it though?
He might have been out for a little while, but he was in for a hell of a long time.
Yeah. I think
he'll get England playing good football better than what we're
playing.
Well,
okay, but realistically,
and the thing is, it should have been Graham Potter.
Yeah,
but they missed the boat, didn't they? On Graham Potter.
Yeah. Realistically, I can't see Harry Kane coming back. So if
Redknapp.
then
Redknapp,
you got Redknapp. Sorry. Who else you got? You got Poch out there.
But those
you got Thomas the Tankage.
Now they want an English manager on them, don't they? They want an English manager.
English.
Yeah, but mate, they went with two foreign managers before.
Yeah,
and that's why they want the English ones now.
Yeah, I mean,
a big up man like Alvin.
Yeah. He was saying, I mean, Tony was ready, and let's go back to what Alvin's statement there. It was disappointing. The fact that he'd done all the press conferences, it was all.
He was so excited about it.
Yeah, exactly. You actually punked the kid. That's how I see it. Yeah, because these are the last two, aren't they? Those were the last two internationals before.
That's it. Yeah,
he selects the squad. The World Cup. So you had to have given him minutes. Give him 30 minutes each game.
Yeah, and see
what
he's
got. So does that mean that he can't take him to the World Cup because he's not seeing him play with the boys?
Yeah, he's not going to take him.
And that is the problem. That is the problem.
Yeah.
What was the point?
He won't take him.
Yeah.
Well, hold on. What was the point? I have to rephrase that. Through injury. He only takes him through injury. If he never played him in his 2 games, he's not going to take him.
Yeah, that's what I think.
Yeah.
He should have been playing any players that haven't played or haven't played recently. That's who he should have been playing in these games. So you can have a look at them.
Just please, Southgate did not play Trent and Edison, did not pick up any injuries.
Well, you know what? Yeah. I was glad he didn't pick Sancho and Radford. So that's just selfishly, you know what I mean? I was happy when I saw that on the...
It's a point. Listen, it's just pointless. It's just glorified friendly with a trophy at the end of it. Do you know what I mean? And that's all it is. But they need to either move them somewhere else. I think Wenger came out and said, like, if you're gonna do international, I don't know, take out a month and a half or whatever it is, play them, get them out of the way, and just go. But them in there.
Breaks is ridiculous, and then you get the ones that are from like Africa or wherever, and they go at a certain time.
Here. You got people going halfway across the world.
Americans go at another time. The European, do you know what I mean? It's mad.
Yeah. Well, it's like this with our Brazilian players and all that. You know what I mean? Them man's are traveling now to come back and play a Manchester derby. Yeah, I'm like, that don't make no sense to me. You know what I mean?
Well, Carlson didn't have to travel far. I mean, they played the other day, and I want to kind of bring this up as well. Mention his name. They played Tunisia in Paris, and he got a banana thrown at him. You know what I mean? Can somebody please compute? Yeah, Tunisia, are they a North African team?
Yeah,
they're playing in Paris. Yeah.
That has to be a sponsorship thing, you know, Norm.
What's that?
That has to be a sponsorship thing. It made no sense why that game was in Paris, but it has to be a sponsorship thing.
Okay, regardless of whether it's wherever it is, the fact is racism, sharing its ugly head again, or rearing its ugly head again. Carlson obviously spoke about it, and obviously was saying that, and I think Rio Ferdinand came out and said, they're still just not doing enough. When Richarlison was doing them, keep me up, there was more traction on that.
Right.
You know what I mean? When he's doing them keep me up series again, I can't remember. I think it was against Nottingham Forest or one of them teams, I can't remember. And this again, it's again and again, it just people just don't learn, but the authorities need to come down hard. You know what I mean? If that's the case, play behind closed doors. Punish the teams. Yeah.
You see France, right? France is a very strange place. I played a lot of golf in France. When we first originally went there, it was really off key. It's actually very off key until the actual owner of the resort turned up, who was a young kid that basically his family had like 3 golf courses, 4 hotels, a couple of casinos, and the golf course was his baby to run. Yeah. But when we got out there, I think our friend Leon had booked it, and Leon Brown puts on the whole Leon Brown Goldman Sachs, and so they weren't expecting 4 black brothers to turn up. And mate, it was a minute, but when the owner turned up, nice as pie, he just squashed that with the staff. You know what I mean?
It was a bit of
and then we kept going back. Even the locals, like if you ever play golf, Sunday is for the members, so we played on the as well. And the members were looking at us sideways, and we were just like, listen, guys, everybody's going to be straight off that tee, straight down the fairway, no slicing, let these guys know we can play a bit of golf. Otherwise, they say, what are these guys doing on our course on a Sunday? It's a very, so the whole booing and banana thing don't surprise me. You go into the village, everyone looking at you sideways, like you're coming to rob every bank, every post office.
Stone Age thinking, man. Stone Age thinking.
Horrible, yeah. Especially in the countryside, it's even worse,
Yeah. Alvin Brown says, what keeper would you play for England? Well, after that nightmare Pope disaster for the third goal equaliser, he's not good at playing. He's not good at playing out the back.
I'd still take Pope myself.
But his
distribution. He had a nightmare between him and
Pickford's got a mistake in him too. You know what I mean?
He has.
Well, then just play Ramsdale then. You know what I mean?
But he's got a mistake in him.
Yeah, not as much as Pope.
I don't know.
If you look on form,
I can see why you're saying that. But it's not like Pope does that every week.
Because I do rate.
But Ramsdale's good. Ramsdale's a good goalkeeper, man.
Yeah. But I think it's those three he's bringing right now: Pope, Ramsdale, and Pickford.
Yeah, and Pickford. I think Pickford will be the one that gets the nod.
Yeah,
it's trusted again, isn't it? It's.
I think it's Pickford, Pope, and Ramsdale. I think in that order. But you know, after that display, was it yesterday? Where he needs to sort out his kicking, and he didn't have a great game yesterday. That's not going to do good.
You can't go to the World Cup with a nervous goalkeeper.
No, you can't. You cannot.
You can't.
Absolutely cannot.
And because you know it's like. When you got a guy that's all good with his feet, every time that ball goes back to him, you just think, just clear it. Just clear it. You can't be watching football like that, just getting nervous every time there's a back pass.
Because we know the modern
isn't good with his kicking, but he still gets France.
And
he can't kick.
Yeah, I think obviously the modern way of playing football now, you know, you want a goalkeeper that can play out from the back. And progress the ball that way, do you know what I mean? And be comfortable as well. I mean, we saw that when we started trying to do that with Peter Cech. And I remember, God, mate, that guy, he was all hands and feet, mate, and just didn't have a clue what he was doing.
That's
you know what I mean?
He bought him when he was like 47.
I know, but you know what I mean. Listen, it is what it is, isn't it? That's Arsenal. That's what they do. Yeah, but you're trying to teach a old dog new tricks, man. Not Peter Cech, man.
But
you know what I mean?
You have to look as well and wonder whether a team that plays with a keeper that cannot be a sweeper can they win the league? You know what I mean? Or win a major tournament because if that happens, then it proves the if you win the World Cup or the Premier League with a goalkeeper that's not good with his feet, then what? It throws that theory out the window, doesn't it?
You've got a very good. You have a very good point there.
You know what I mean?
You have a very good point.
If he's a good shopper, good blocker, his throwing's not bad, and he's kicking. I mean, off the ground is not bad, but he just can't hold it, take and beat a striker and pass it to a defender. If you can't do that, then he's not going to play in most cases. So it'd be interesting.
Neuer, is it not Neuer? I mean, he was that kind of known for that sweeper keeper thing. You know what I mean? He was like a 12 man out on the pitch there, 11 man. Yeah. I mean, literally an extra man out on the pitch, but we'll see what happens. With the World Cup, and I just hope that Southgate, as I said, has the goal nads to drop players that need to be dropped on merit, because you cannot go into the World Cup not with Harry Maguire if he's not getting any game time for Man United. Same for Luke Shaw. I think Luke Shaw's come out and accepted it, that Ten Hag is basically saying, look, pull your fingers out, mate. Get your head down. Whereas you've got Maguire just making a whole heap of noise and excuses, blaming everybody else.
But Shaw came out before and talked about.
Did you see more loved? What I said about De Gea and them.
I think we spoke about that last week. I think we kind of touched on it a little bit.
Luke Shaw spoke about the love of England. Not this before, not this time around, but before. Then he came out this time around. He came out back in Harry, saying he's a good lad. Harry, he's a good lad. You know what I mean?
No one's saying he's not a good lad. We're saying he's not a good defender.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So, and then you got, I think we talked about it last week, drunken Brandon Williams, one of his drums.
You know, obviously, You know, the leaks are the leaks now. I think we know now where it's coming from now. I think
now,
we got kind of
you remember, Norman, that they put out that we got rid of all the viruses and the leaks will stop. And here we are.
Here we are. Yeah, back at squad.
Did Portugal play in this week?
Yeah, Ronnie
they lost 1-0, didn't they? They lost 1-0.
Yeah.
Oh, so did he play?
Yeah,
Ronaldo. He's only scored 1 goal. He's only scored 1 goal.
He looks very frustrated out there, Norm.
Yeah, well frustrated.
Throwing his hands up again and all that.
Yeah,
that body language is off, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty much.
Even today, I saw an article saying Portugal, is it time to cut him loose?
I was just about to ask you that. If he comes to the end of the road.
I read in the option that basically he's running out of options now. Listen, I read, and I think he was linked with a Saudi team where they were going to offer him £2 million a week.
Apparently, it was about registration, wasn't it?
Something like that. It was about registration, or either registration or something came in where the club wasn't able to register the player or whatever. So the deal was quite.
Not the Champions League.
Exactly.
Yeah, 2 million a week though. Geez.
2 million a week, bro.
I know, it's mad, isn't it?
You know what I mean? But listen. We'll see what
that tells you the world is twisted when a man will offer you 2 million a week to keep football once or twice a week.
When you're past your best,
right?
Well, he's not 25 anymore. Do you know what I mean? And
at least he's got his penalty against some Sheriff. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's a start. It's a start. It's a start.
Do you think that the hat trick he got against us is going to be the last hat trick he ever scores?
Wow.
I hope not. I'm praying that it's not.
Wow.
Hello, guys. But do you think that this is the last time we'll ever see Ronaldo ever score an hat trick? I don't know. I mean, he might just have that moment. Yeah. You know, Ronaldo, he could just pull something out the bag, just have one of those great moments. But
if
consistently now
decides that he's got a warm bench, he can't score from the bench.
True. Yeah, true. I think where he's gonna get his chance, you know, if he stays with Man United, is in the Europa League. That's where he really looked like he's gonna get his chance. But big up Junior, mate. How you doing, bro?
Yes, Junior, how you doing, bro?
Yeah,
but if you look at it in terms of if he stays fit, he probably will start more games than not, just because the other two are proper sick notes between Rashford and Martial.
So you think he will get games, like start games in the Premier League? You quite
because when we've tried the false 9 thing, it hasn't worked too well for us, in my opinion.
Okay.
And if you're going to do it, you're going to have to play Bruno in the false 9 rather than Christian Eriksen. Otherwise, you lose too much creativity from Christian Eriksen playing him. Yeah. You know what I mean? All the way too far up. So, I think by default he may start more games than maybe some people would like. You know?
Yeah.
So,
who's starting for you at the moment?
He was starting Rashford through the middle, and then Jaden on one side, and then Anthony on the other.
Is Rashford picked up an injury again? Is he picked up an injury?
Apparently so. Yeah, apparently so.
Okay. Right.
I mean, that's like you need before the derby, man. It's like, come on, dude. And that's why I was glad he didn't get picked for England. I thought he'd go there and pick up an injury, and yet he stayed there and pick one up. And I'm thinking, goodness, wow.
Yeah. Well, listen, I think we pontificated over the Southgate stuff. Listen, I think for me, when the World Cup starts, that's when I'm gonna, my interest when the knockout stages. You know, I mean, the group games. Obviously, I think in their group, I think they got Iran. Who else got to
America,
well, is America in that group?
America, Wales, and Iran.
Right. So that's the group.
That's what they drew.
Yeah.
So
they should get through that group.
Yeah, they got Iran on the 21st of November.
Yeah.
Wow.
And remember though, that place is going to be
easy group. You know,
it's an easy group, but it's going to be hot.
Who should be topping that group?
Should be, mate. Should be.
Ooh.
So they should win that. They should win that group. But at the end of the
day,
after
the group.
It's after the group now. Yes, who they draw. It's who they draw.
I tell you now, if America beat England, right, you have to fire it. You have to fire it.
What during the competition?
Yeah, literally, bro. This is their 5th sport, right? If we get a country where football or soccer is their 5th sport, he has to go. He just needs to resign. Just take off the waistcoat, fold it up, put it in his pocket, and walk out the stadium and never look back.
Oh boy! But listen,
we drew with them in 2010, though, didn't we?
I know. Yeah, I'm saying we can't lose to the Americans. I live there and I love living there, but we cannot lose to the Americans. My bedroom would have just texting me up and baiting me up. You know what I mean? And I don't even watch football like that, but they still make a point of giving me.
And you know what? The thing about America, though, I don't know, because America, they're not a bad side. You know, they might. You never know. They might just turn up. You know what I mean?
They're half decent. I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna say that. They're a half decent side.
But England should win the group.
If you got ambitions to get to the semi-finals or
we should be banking America. It shouldn't be a conversation.
Slapping them off the park.
Simple as that. We shouldn't be having this conversation. We'd be saying, man, all the way. You know,
USA.
It is what it is. But listen, let's move on quickly. That we are moving through this quite nicely. So that's great. So let's go to the third one, and that's two massive derbies. Who will come out smelling of roses? And as you well know, guys, this weekend, two massive derbies happening. First of all, early kickoff on Saturday, 12:30 at the Emirates. Arsenal v the Spurs. Got Chile on here. Want to know your thoughts, Chile, on that game. And also, Man United go to Man City. Another massive derby. Well, let's ask a question. Let's put it in the chat. Which derbies are bigger? Tottenham and Arsenal, or Arsenal and Tottenham, or Man United and Man City? What would you say to that, guys?
I'd say the North London one, purely because Man City ain't really been there. They've only been there the last couple of years, if not a couple, but you know what I mean.
But do you think it's getting to that level now, or when I say I
think Man U have got more of a rivalry with Liverpool than with
City. Definitely.
Oh definitely.
Yeah, I always say that. And Liverpool is our.
And then if you go back to the mid-90s when Arsenal and Man United used to be as well, you know what I'm trying to say. But I think because Man United have dropped off so much in quality-wise and just the way things.
All right, mate. All right.
Norman's hot.
No. I'm trying to put it as nice as possible. I mean, listen. If Man United of the 90s and the early 2000s were playing the Man City of now, then I would say,
you have to remember,
some big derbies are going on in here. You know what I'm saying?
You have to remember still, you know, we won a title in 2013. This is when Fergie walked away. A lot of people think that we never won a title after 2009.
Yeah, it seems like a long time.
We did win the 2013 title, which is what, 11 years ago. Which is mad. You don't want to know when we won the title last, mate. 11 years ago.
I was born when we won the title.
Right, you know what I'm saying?
I wasn't.
I know you got to do well quick.
and this what for me, the North London is definitely a bigger derby, just because of the way you two teams are playing, and like you said, Norman, we still don't. If we were playing Liverpool this weekend, I'd be hyped. You know what I mean? So like your North London derby and Man United Liverpool at Old Trafford. You know what I mean? But City is City now, and you know people tell me the City is blue, but the City can't fill the stadium. Well, so still ain't blue. We sell out every weekend at Old Trafford. Sell out, you know. You try to go Old Trafford and go into that mega store. You might
just to give you a crumb of comfort, D. Haaland didn't he hit some blanks yesterday against Serbia. He didn't score. They lost.
He's saving it up for the weekend.
Well, this is my thing, right?
Gay is gonna be in trouble.
This is my thing. There's a little bit of nervousness in me. I'm going to be honest, right? Just because of the way, just because of the way Haaland has started the season.
Yeah.
Now you have to go at this guy early.
Yeah.
You can't let him get comfortable. He will hurt us if we let him get comfortable. So I'm hoping the butcher just snaps at his ankles. He ain't going to beat him in here. You snap at this man's ankles.
He's got to put a reducer on him in the first 3-4 minutes.
Exactly, Chile. Let him know that, bro. You might beat me in the air, but you ain't beat me on the ground.
And if you do, it's not going to be easy.
Right. Yeah. And so
I can see Ireland going like this. Yo,
pick him up.
Behave, man.
But no, but
what do they say? They say that you've got to hit the bullies, you've got to fight them. So they know they haven't got an easy time.
Yeah. Because if you look at the way
that's going to be David beat Goliath moment.
He pushes players off. I mean, there's a lot of people saying that if he starts McTominay, Tomlin has to do a Roy Keane on him, straight through him in the first 5 minutes.
Mm.
I'm not saying break his leg, but just go straight through him.
But what I would say, though,
let him know that.
I think Tommy, he has to use his brains, though.
I know.
You just got to remember, it's not rugby now, yeah? It's not rugby league or rugby union, because you don't want to get sent off, because if you get sent off...
tell that to Holding, mate.
Wow.
Don't worry about Holding, yeah? Don't worry about Holding. He ain't playing in no North London derbies. I'll tell you that now, yo.
Not after
that means to stay in the changing room, you know what I mean? I don't want to hear.
So he probably went into it thinking, let me let Son know that I'm here.
I'm here.
And he just...
And Son just played him. Son just went like this. Yeah, that's what he did. That's what Son did to him, mate. And we got done out here.
I was just looking. I just got the league.
We got done out here. Yeah,
they got us playing at 2:00 rather than 4:30. Surely that game is a 4. Yeah, sure, that's a 4:30 game.
Yeah. They don't want you lot getting drunk before the game. That's why they put them early.
So you have to remember. No, but this at the end here.
Just quickly,
Man United are going to fill that stadium for them at the weekend.
Yeah.
You know the ones.
Norman, bring up Philip's comment again.
Sorry.
I was going to say I agree 100%.
This one?
No, go back is about the one before this one.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, this. I agree with it completely, man.
Yeah, North London older and either team could win. Manchester Derby has always been dominated by one team. Yep, true. Yeah, true. I mean, when you look at this North London Derby, I mean, the last time Tottenham beat us at the Emirates was 12 years ago. And that was, and I remember that game. And I think it was, what's the guy that headed the ball? He's, what's his name? You beat us 3-2.
I can't remember.
What was the guy's name? Kabul, Yunus Kabul.
I'll see.
I was going to
12 years you've been there.
Yeah, 12 years. 12 years. They haven't beaten us at the Emirates in the Premier League.
In my mind, like, I didn't think you've been there for 12 years, but you have,
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah.
2007, I weren't living there.
How long have you been there?
Yeah, I weren't living there when you guys moved into there. I was living in
2007.
Wow.
Look at that coming up to 20 years.
Yeah. So Chili, just quickly your thoughts, because I've got my missus looking at me because she needs the laptop for 7:45. So, bro, I'm rushing through this, and we're doing well. We're doing absolutely well. I've got Kofi Cock just coming in here. He's decided to come to the show late. So let's just bring him in quickly. Yes, Kofi, what are you saying, brother?
Bad people.
Back from your forensics back from your forensic in Napoli. How did it go? Did you find Salah? Did you find Salah out there? Was Salah out there? Did you find him? Did you find Salah?
I put a search party out there, but
bring him back, bro. Bring him back. I need to captain him at some point.
Listen, I thank God I survived. Wow.
You survived. When you say you survived, what do you mean you survived? What are you saying?
I survived the madness of drivers on the road and
really.
Yeah,
so how long was you out there for?
It was about 7 days.
Okay, cool. Well, glad you're back. Glad you could join us. You haven't got long to spend with us because I'm rushing through this because I've got to change over my laptop and give it to the missus. So listen,
I'll just show my face.
That's good. Listen, welcome. You're welcome anytime, my brother. You know what I mean. You're part of the family. But listen, the North London derby. Just looking at it, we've got Craig saying Arsenal to win 3-1, and City to beat United 3-2. And just getting some big up from Craig there, Kofi and Junior, just bigging you up as well.
Yes, guys.
Got your little fan base there.
Glad to be back.
Listen, what are your thoughts, Chili, going into this game? You haven't won at the Emirates in 12 years. We beat you 3-1 last season. Yes, the result in a fixture, you beat us 3-0. Holding was a joke. Yeah, got played. What are your thoughts going into this game? You're unbeaten, sitting third. We have won 6. Lost one. Yeah, lost one. But sitting top of the table on a crest of a wave. Sorry.
You're up there, isn't
Yeah.
I'm confident.
Yeah. No. Sorry. Yeah, you're confident. So what are you saying? Your score prediction?
2-1 Tottenham. Richarlison's going to score as well.
I'm going to go the opposite. I'm going to go the opposite and say 2-1 to Arsenal. It's going to be close. It's not going to be as easy as what you think, but I just think with the fans there,
I don't think it's going to be easy. We're playing Arsenal.
Yeah, and we're playing you. You're our toughest test. I'm not saying Man United. I'm not, and I don't want you to think because I thought the way Man United were playing and whatever would go there and do something. But what Ten Hag did to Arteta was basically
outsmarted him, didn't he?
And we was naive. And I spoke about it last time. We was naive going to that game, and it was just like watching an old Fergie side against an old Wenger side. And that's what happened. But it's going to be a great game. I'm looking forward to it. If we win that game,
this is a game that you look forward to all season, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. That's the first fixture you look for.
Chelsea, and then you look they're good playing against Liverpool. That's all nice.
Well, if we can follow suit what the Arsenal ladies did to Spurs, winning 4-0.
We don't care about that. Is that even football? What were they playing?
Careful. Don't get cancelled. Careful.
No, if we get cancelled, we get cancelled. We don't care about that.
Careful. But listen, D, what are you saying quickly on your derby with Man United? Man City? What do you think? How do you think you're gonna play? Do you think you'll get a draw out of it? I know you're obviously Man City gonna have all the ball.
Yeah, because I think we're going to play counter-attack, which I mean, I hope we would go away from that kind of football, but you can't go gun-ho at City just because of the way it's a very seasoned team. This is not a team like us with 5 new players in it. Yeah, you know what I mean, this is a very seasoned team, so you have to respect that process. Right now, I take a point, but you know what?
I'm sure
Strange things have happened. Strange things have happened, and I think we could beat them 2-1.
Where is it?
Wow! Say it with chest, man. Say it with chest. Say it with chest, brother.
No. I tell you why I say that. Villa contained them. We're better than Villa, and Villa contained them, so they can be contained and frustrated to a point that Pep just pulling man off because he's frustrated and using all 5 subs against Villa.
Well, if anybody in the chat, if you agree with Big T.
You have to back your team, man. You got to back your team.
Backing his team to beat Man City away from home 2-1.
But Phil, I would take a point. A 1-0 draw.
Yeah, you'd love to get a point.
That's your safety net, right?
That's what I'm saying. But there's no problem in backing your team to say that on the day, if the butcher can contain this brother, and we because remember, Ollie beat them on the counter attack. I don't rate Ollie. But the moments of brilliance from those quick players took City out on the counter-attack. So it can be done. Obviously, without Haaland, you know what I mean? Without Haaland.
Agreed with DNT in the score. Just I'll get one for Phil.
So, you know what? 1-1, if it's a score draw, I think either way, 2-1. But if we go there and capitulate, we're getting slapped. You know what I mean? There's 3 options that can happen there. I'm being realistic. You know what I mean?
Yeah, go on, sorry.
Yeah, there's 3 options that can happen there. We can capitulate and get slapped. Yeah. We can be in the dogfight and draw 1-0, or we can cheeky sit back, hit them twice on the counter-attack and win 2-1. So, you know what I mean? That's football, isn't it? But if we get slapped, then it's one of them, innit? You have to take it. And it's always hard to take that from any of you guys, from any of the big 6. You don't want to get slapped, you know what I mean? And we've absolutely handled 2 of them already.
But going back to what Norman said about they're going to have more of the ball than you, they put up a list of the players with the most touches. The top 3 were all Man City. The most passes, the top 3 were all Man City.
Yep.
It was Rodri, Cancelo, and somebody, I can't remember the third.
Probably De Bruyne. More than
it might have been actually. It might have been.
Bruyne, or even the goalkeeper.
He gets lots of touches.
They're bad. They're absolutely crazy.
And so, and so I think hopefully he's watched the Villa just to see what Steven Gerrard did because even Pep said they came with a game plan and they stuck with it.
Yeah,
and
it'll be interesting. But I just said 2 massive derbies. Who will come out smelling of roses? I hope it's Arsenal. As I said, I'm going 2-1.
I hope it's Tottenham. I hope we crush you.
Yeah.
Well, say what you want.
Well, right now, I'll take the point, Nom. I ain't gonna lie. Right now, I'll take
Right
the
now, I'm not taking no point.
Hold on, Chili. I'm just surfing.
Oh, what are you on
surf
that
on that
wave?
wave. On that crest wave.
Why do you don't crash into the beach? Yeah.
Well, listen, I need to move quickly. Onto the fourth point quickly. And that's how will the table look after 9 games in a nightmare month of October? And I've got all the fixtures up here. So I'm just going to quickly run through them. And whilst you're doing that, whilst I'm running through that, can I get you to pick a fixture
Can't you
for this?
just share it?
I can't because I had to get them all separate, so it's difficult. So I'm just going to quickly just go through them. So let's look at, because I'm just going to do the ones that are on the air. I'm not going to even bother go through Chelsea one because it's not on. So let's just quickly look at Man U's fixtures. So in the month of October, starting on Sunday the 2nd, you obviously go away to Man City. You then have a game on the 6th of October away to Armenia in the Europa League. Then you have another away game to Everton. Everton now starting to play well. You know,
date's Everton?
That's Everton is Sunday the 9th of October.
So it's 4 then 3 days after.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's 9 games in a month. Yeah, Man United up
Sunday,
13th of October.
Thursday.
13th of October, Man United at home to Armenia. Then you have another home game on the 16th of October against Newcastle. And then you have another home game on the 19th against Tottenham. Yeah. And then on the 22nd, to be decided, you're supposed to be away to Chelsea. And then on the 27th of October, you have a home game against Sheriff. And then you have another game on the 30th of October. That's possibly going to be on a Sunday, and that's West Ham, right? So that's the menu. That's the menu. If I go to just quickly, if I go to Liverpool quickly. Liverpool, they start their campaign Saturday, 1st of October. They are at home to Brighton. New manager, we'll see what happens there. Liverpool have a Champions League at home to Rangers. I think they should deal with them.
Yeah,
then they have a massive game away to Arsenal on the 9th of October.
Oh, we'll slap you guys.
Massive game. I didn't say anything. I just said a massive game. That's all I said. Yeah, behave. Yo, hold on a minute. Just a minute. Oh, sorry. You're still down there. All right.
Is that how you're moving, Norman?
No, I need to move. I need to move like that. I need to say with chest. Right, quickly. Quickly.
This guy.
Let me quickly, because I'm really on a time. I've got 10 minutes. Rangers, Liverpool. Away to Rangers in the Champions League. Then massive game here, 16th of October, Kofi. Liverpool at home to Man City. Whoa. That's going to be a game. Whoa, that's going to be a game. Can Haaland outdo Noodles? Yes.
Yes.
We all know that question. The answer to that question.
Okay, let me move quickly. 19th of October, Liverpool at home to West Ham. Then you go away to Nottingham Forest on the 22nd of October. And then you have another away trip to Ajax on the 26th of October. And then you have a home game on the 29th to be decided, which is Liverpool at home, Leeds United. Yeah. So that's the Liverpool game. Let me quickly go to the Tottenham game. Where's the Tottenham? Why haven't I got Tottenham on here? What? Where's Tottenham? I put Tottenham here. Here we are. Sorry, I'm here.
Yeah, I got it wrong.
Do you want to just quickly run through that quick thing?
So Tottenham, obviously the derby. Yeah. And then you've got on the 4th you've got Frankfurt.
Yep.
On the 8th you've got Brighton away to Brighton. Yep. On the 12th you're home to Frankfurt, Chile. On the 15th of October, you're home to Everton. And then on the 19th, you're going to come to Old Trafford and get slapped. And then on the 23rd, you're home to Newcastle. And then the 26th, home to Sporting Lisbon. And the 29th, away to Jason Bourne in Bournemouth.
Right. Okay, let me just quickly run through my one. Obviously, we got Tottenham this Saturday, 12:30 kickoff at home. Then we have another home game, Bodo Glimt, a Europa League one on the 6th. Bodo Glimt. Shut up.
Yeah, that's a funny team name, isn't it?
Shut up. And then we have we play Arsenal, Liverpool at home on the 9th of October. Huge game, massive game. Yeah. Then we're away to Bodo Glimt on the 13th of October. You then have another away game to Leeds on the 16th. That's going to be quite tricky. And then we have that one is postponed. That's going to be arranged. That was the Arsenal-Man City game. We should have played them after Liverpool, funny enough. We'd have had two home games on the bounce. On the bounce.
Right.
So that's going to be. Then we have Arsenal PSV home on the 20th of October. Then we're away to Southampton on the 23rd of October, our bogey team. And then we're away on the 27th to PSV. And then we have a home game against Nottingham Forest on the 30th of October.
Easy money.
Right.
You got Dean Henderson.
Just quickly, does the table change much?
Whew.
After what I've just said, you have to be quick. I've got
for us,
7 minutes.
It's a defining month in terms of we need to get back into play.
Yeah.
So I think for us it does change because otherwise.
Do you think you'll be after the 9 games, Kofi? Do you think you will be in the top 4?
I think so.
D, after the 9 games, do you think you'll be in the top 4? That's a simple question I'm going to be answering all of us.
Yes.
You think you'll be in the top 4?
Yeah, I think we're 5th. We will replace Brighton by then.
Okay. Chile, after these 9 games, you still think you'll be in the top 4?
I think we'll be top after Sunday.
Right, okay, fair enough.
Or after Saturday.
I asked you if he's going to be in the top 4 after the 9 games. That's the question I asked you.
Saturday at 3 o'clock.
Order. Sorry, was that true? Was that?
Saturday at 3 o'clock, we're going to be top of the league.
Okay, but say after the 9 games.
No, a bit serious, I think we'll be in the top 4.
Right, okay.
And you have to remember, Norman, quickly, that you have to remember that Man United, Chelsea and Liverpool have the game in hand as well.
Right, yeah. And I think we'll be in the top 4.
Yeah.
Interesting, isn't it?
Man United have
all 4 of us think by October it will be us 4 in the top 4.
Yeah.
I think that Man United have got the hardest October.
Yeah.
Liverpool equally, but hard October.
Yeah.
So
yeah. But listen,
everyone's got a hard one, but I think Man United are playing. Aren't you playing City and Liverpool in that?
Yeah, City and Liverpool. Yeah.
So that's going to be. But D's confident in saying it. Chelsea.
Oh no! We already beat Liverpool. What are we chatting about?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we already beat Liverpool and Arsenal, so we straight there, Chile. We straight, bro. We straight.
You have, haven't you? Yeah.
That's what I'm saying, man. Come on now. Come on now. A little credit there. Just a little credit.
Come and join me surfing, man. It's great.
You know what? Crest of that wave, boy.
Right. So quickly, guys, I need your.
Don't switch off your phone if you lose. You know.
I'm leaving the country. But guys, quickly, can I have your prediction, please? Pick a game this weekend. Put it in our chat. Ezra will have to just pick whatever one is available. So, obviously, you know what games are going to be happening. There's quite a few games happening this weekend. So, can I just quickly have your pick? So this weekend, let's just move to that now. Saturday. So. Am I going to jump in there? I'm going to go with Arsenal, against Tottenham.
Oh no, you can't choose your own. Come on.
All right, then. Okay. I'm going to leave Kofi. Let's leave Kofi to make that prediction. All right. Yeah. So Kofi, can you make a prediction for Arsenal against Tottenham? 12:30 kickoff, quickly, please.
2-2 draw.
2-2. Can you put that in the chat? Not in this chat, but guys, put it in the chat as well. 2-2 draw. That's what Kofi's going.
D can do. Oh no, Tottenham's already gone in it.
Yeah. So. We've got Liverpool, Brighton.
Chelsea Palace.
You're going for Chelsea Palace.
Chelsea Palace.
Yeah.
Oh, is Lewis a half it? He's not, is he?
I don't know. I have no idea.
No, I don't think it's fit. If Lewis Hall's not fit, I'm going 2-0 Chelsea.
Okay, so if you put that, please post that in the.
I thought you were going for Palace.
Yeah, but Palace only win if Lewis Hall's fit.
Okay, so you're going 2-0.
Let's struggle without him. Yeah, 2-0
please put that in there. Okay, I'm gonna go. So I need some points. So I'm gonna go Liverpool Brighton. I'm gonna go Liverpool. 3-1.
Good man.
Yeah, 3-1. Yeah, that's what I'm going. I'll put that in the chat. Liverpool against Brighton, 3-1.
No, I changed my mind. 2-1 Chelsea.
All right, 2-1 Chelsea. So if you put that in
Chelsea.
there. Yeah. So guys, what are you saying, Chile, quickly?
I'm trying to decide which game. I think I'll go with Bournemouth Brentford.
Oh, you see this guy, you know, he just goes me. Go on, what are you saying? What are you saying? I know you're gonna go.
Man.
Brentford.
No, Desmond. No, in fact, yeah, Brentford.
2-2. Desmond.
You're going to Desmond 2-2.
No, I'm gonna say 2-1 Brentford because Tony's got to be vexed.
Okay.
Yeah, well, listen, it's true, you know.
Wasting his time.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna show him. He never not played me.
Okay.
Yeah, man, you're right there.
Well, listen. I've got 1 minute, right? My missus said I ain't got 1 minute. Right. So listen, guys. Obviously, those are the predictions. You've got to put it in the what's going on our podcast chat, please.
Yeah.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you, everybody that's been putting the stuff in chat. Thank you for interacting with us tonight. Thank you, guys. Sorry, it's a rush one, but really thank you all for taking part. Please hit that like button, subscribe and share, and we'll see you on the next What's Going On podcast. Take care. God bless.
Later, guys.
Take care.